Let me show you how you can unfuck your business and scale from 100K a month to 1 million per month after watching this video. The first thing I want to talk about, the main issue that many brand owners face, it's falling for the mirage. They always think that they can't scale because they don't have enough creatives, their offers are bad, their ads are bad, they need more. This is a mirage because every single issue in your business is a hiring issue. Before you click off and watch a different video, listen to me right here. If you want to think like an employee, you're going to think about the offers, the creatives, all of these different things that you need to run. To a certain point, at a certain business size, that's fine. But if you want to be a business owner that can actually enjoy life, you need to be thinking and focusing a lot more on hiring. If you have a creatives issue, you need to ask who can solve this issue. If you have an offer issue, who can solve this issue? How can your team solve these issues? So long term, you're able to become a business owner. And to be a good business owner, your responsibility is to hire well. Bad creatives, hire a copywriter and a creative strategist. Can't find UGC creators, find a creative coordinator. Now, this doesn't mean you don't have to work in your business at all. And I would think this would be a grave mistake, especially if your business does under 30, 50 million a year. But if you are, for example, at 1-3 million a year, you need to hire more and learn how to hire a lot more. The issue why most people fall against mirage is because when they grow, you start the business with you against the world. It's you as probably the solo person, maybe a business partner, and you scale to 10, 50, 30K a month. And this is when you get stuck. You see every issue, every part of your business as a thing that needs to be solved, and you need to solve it instead of thinking about who can solve it. And here, a great quote comes to mind: to a man with a hammer, everything is a nail. To a workaholic, everything is work. So you just think about working and hammering through all the solutions. And you fall into the trap thinking that doing more is getting more, when in reality, scaling is when you're able to do less and get more, or do the same and get more. So if you're the main person in your business and you're kind of coordinating everything, you become the bottleneck. One of our clients, Evil Goods, has a founder that works very little compared to many other brand owners I know. And I've seen them consistently blow and scale up on TikTok. I know what their numbers are behind the scenes. They're crushing it. The founder is not the CEO, and this brand is only a year old, and they're absolutely crushing it. And that's because he didn't think he had to learn and do everything. He would hire people who would mentor him through the process. He would hire people who would take over certain aspects of the business, like marketing, setting up certain areas, so he could focus on what he knows and loves best. That's branding and new product creation. This has to be kind of something I talked more about in this last part of the video, which is how to fix and how to do this. You need to realize that your ultimate goal is to hire. Initially, again, you're going to be wearing multiple hats in the business, from creative strategy, paying invoices, product development, payment processing, landing page creation, creative direction. But you need to basically have all of these roles delegated to different parts of the team. So you have different people in your team who wear these hats. A great book I learned this from was Buy Back Your Time by Dan Martell. And the core kind of idea the book said is you need to hire not to grow your business, you need to hire to buy back your time. Essentially, if you are running a business that does 100K a month, what are the areas of business that you don't necessarily like or you don't have enough time for? The first stuff is always going to be all administrative. All the invoices, accounting, sending everything off to accounting, paying the supplier, blah, 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 etc., etc. Potentially quality control. Then it's going to dive potentially either into product development or marketing. And you're going to be left with, if you're really good at marketing, you love it, great. You're going to be left potentially as a CMO. If you're really good at product development, you might be, someone that's head of product development or even a CEO. So you can direct the company in a certain direction. But that's essentially what you should be doing ultimately. Your goal as the business owner is to hire. Now, this might hurt your profit a little bit and you might make less, but think about all the time you're going to save. No one wants to work 17 hours a day. If you do, and that's, who you are, great. You can do that. But realistically, I'm here to live this life. I'm here to enjoy it. I'm going to work really, really hard. But I understand that the most powerful skill set for me to master is going to be building teams and hiring, which is why we've we've been able to build 2 successful agencies, one in email marketing, one in paid ads, and now we're working on building our e-commerce arm. We have so much experience with hiring that we can run these businesses successfully, and we're able to install people in these brands who are able to make high-level decisions without consulting us. Now, when you think about hiring, you really have 2 paths you can go down. You can either hire an agency or hire an employee. And here kind of the question comes in when to hire which. Agencies are typically great if it's around an area you don't have much experience in. So for example, for me, that would be Google Ads. I'll be able to see their systems and see their team structure, how they're doing certain things. It's going to be much faster than me learning it. I'm going to be buying expertise, and I'm going to reduce my cost. Because if I hire incorrectly the first time and get someone who says they're good but they're bad, I'm going to end up paying more money. But I would like to hire people in-house for areas where I need super, super quick speed of execution. The speed in both meanings has speed in both sections has different meanings. Here, speed is towards results. Here, speed is towards execution. So an agency might work a little bit slower, but the results are going to be better. But if you understand, for example, creative strategy and building creatives, you can hire a creative strategist who will work much faster and get many more creative briefs done than an agency would. You're able also to give these people more responsibilities around managing the team and ensuring the system flows as it should. And they can grow into becoming a larger part of the team long term. That's kind of like an overview. Now here, as a side note, email marketing in different areas of business is something where people jump into hiring too quickly, I would say. From what we've seen, even brands that do 20, 30 million a year delegate email marketing and outsource email marketing, even though the rest of their marketing is in-house. The reason why is email marketing does bring a great ROI, but the operating costs to run it properly are going to be much more higher than other areas of your business, proportionally speaking. For an email marketing team, you might need a strategist, account manager, graphic designer, maybe even a copywriter and a deliverability expert. The strategist could be the deliverability expert, but you're still looking at 3 people at the minimum. If you found an extremely good designer, it's much more worth your ROI to have them work on static ads or build different elements for the landing page. If you're looking to build a team in-house, it's going to pay you more dividends to find a strategist or a CMO who can run your entire marketing department. And basically the thing is, most of the people you're going to hire, they would bring higher ROI in-house if they were working on other aspects of marketing. But not doing email marketing is going to leave a lot of money on the table, if you know what I mean. Because if you're not sending emails, and we've seen this with a lot of brands, a brand doing around 1.1 million a month, we added 400K a month in extra sales by running their emails. And previously, for 6 months, they tried to have their internal team work on emails, but then 1 month this gets delayed, the second month this gets delayed. They focus more about paid ads, they think about paid ads more, the retail side of the business, and they don't really have time or the capacity to hire more people to their team to manage these areas of the business.